welcome back to IXION. And I'm kind of confused because I'm playing two games parallel, so I had to actually look at what I had done, and I'm still a little bit confused. But I know that I was working on, or rather I can see at a glance, that I was working on alloys and getting up another EVA airlock. I know I'm building solar panels, that's right, that's what I'm doing because I'm struggling with power. Right, okay, let's just continue where we were. Sorry about my little confusion here. I probably could have prepared a little bit better, but then again, yeah. It's also interesting to see how I've built this now compared to how I've built in the other game that I'm playing for research purposes. As in, I want to see what I'm going up against. And as I mentioned in the last episode, I'm not doing splendidly on this save. But then again, I'm not doing as bad as I thought I was, to be honest. That's because I now know more than I did at the end of the last episode. So I think we'll be fine, actually. I actually really think we will be fine. We do need to continue to send out probes because there are way too few resource nodes around that we've found, and there is ample of resources to be found out there. Let's get the carbon over there. And we have the solar panels up and running. Good. This is working. That's also good because we definitely need more polymer now. Which way is that thing facing? Oh, it's facing that way. Good. I'm also working on another Things I Wish I Knew video, which should be out by the time this video is released on the channel, actually. So, yeah, I hope you guys take a look at that one as well. It's more useful tips that I've gathered along as I've played the game that I have noticed from paying attention in the official IXION Discord that many of the things that I address in the second video are very, very common questions. So there is that. We have found another point of interest. The probe isn't done yet though.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Oof. I'm not sure if I'm happy about that. That is also one of the things that I did discover. If you deny too many of the requests, it does have consequences. Administrator, crew members feel that their quality of life is important to you. Right? The fact that you have had time to provide them with entertainment alongside your other numerous responsibility has led some to believe that you are in fact not human. Perhaps instead a new generation PA or a genetically superior being. We both know that this is nonsense. Okay. Yeah, that's actually a very fairly accurate response for what I would have responded if someone told me something like that. Plus 10% trust bonus. Nice.
A probe has completed its scan.
Good. Let's send out another probe right away. There is more carbon up here. Probably should get it. We have enough iron for the time being, with all of the iron having been mined at here. Actually, no, we don't have enough iron. We're running low on it. I'd say these are a higher priority than that one, to be honest. How many mining ships do I have? Let's down prioritize carbon for the time being and prioritize iron. We have enough carbon as is. How much carbon? 60. I need a stockpile to get that over to this sector. That'll be fun, especially when I have 167 there. I have to sneeze. Oh dear, sorry about that. I'm not sure if I want this one here. I think I'll actually dismantle that. Food production. We are good on food production. Workers. Not ideal, but not bad either, to be honest. There was a patch today as well, and this time I actually think it won't be pulled. They have worked hard on that patch, so they've improved the cryonic center. So these, I think these should work now, actually. I don't know what happens if you fill up the population limit on both of them, though. They've also reduced the number of accidents. Can't say I'm unhappy about that one, because the number of accidents was fairly ridiculous at times. I don't really dare build anything currently because of the situation. What I will do, however, is start turning off the automatic repairs, because as you can see here, the EVA airlocks are currently running at 57% efficiency, and the higher the hull integrity is, the longer it will take EVA airlocks to identify new breaches to repair, lowering their efficiency. So that's actually a mechanic. It's kind of micromanaging, but Eden will give a pretty loud notification when the hull integrity reaches 50%, and then I turn it back on, so I'll be juggling that for a bit, on and off, because it really does save on the alloys. And alloys is very precious. We can probably power up this one. I want that silicon over in this sector here, I think. Tree power is good. We don't need this one active just yet. I think I want to empty that one. And replace that one with cryonic pods. Or put cryonic pods in there to get that out of this, because there is very little space left here. Balancing is good. I'm thinking it might be a good idea to get another steel mill up and running in this sector here. I might specialize, or not might, I will probably specialize this sector in industry in the long term, but for now it's going to be our primary source of food. As for science, I definitely want to, I'm just going to have to check. We do have optimized quarters and additional beds for the domotic. We need technology tier 3. Let's see here. Let's get the fusion station. Now that one can be set back to iron, or alloys, rather. Am I balancing electronics? No. I need an electronics factory. I don't know if I have room for that up there. Oh, I do. How big is this thing? Does it say in the tooltip? 16 by 15. No, 6 by 15. It does say in the tooltip. Yeah. I'm not going to build more space buildings in this sector. We do need space for the colony center. Although the colony center we can build. I'm going to open a new sector at some point. Probably not in this episode, but it might actually be as soon as the next one. The one thing that I kind of regret is that we left Sol System too early, because the penalty for staying in a system isn't permanent. If you leave the system, it goes away. So we kind of lost a lot of people by leaving all those cryopods behind. But I think we'll be good. And yeah, not much is happening currently because we're just waiting for things to build up. I'm guessing... No, we're mostly good actually. In this sector we can take non-workers from Sector 1 to Sector 2, and we can transfer... How many do we have here? 62. We can transfer 60 of them. And here we can build another optimized quarter. I don't need that optimized quarter really, since we have housing for 364, and I just transferred 60, so we'll still be below the cap with 13 slots to spare, but just to be on the safe side.
Population transfer complete. Caution. Hull integrity below 50%.
Exactly. And we turn on. And now we're running at 91% efficiency. It is kind of logical though. If you try to repair like a deck plate or a hull plating that only has some minor micro-meteorite fractures, it does take more alloys to fix that rather than fixing a hull plate that has multiple fractures and maybe a larger fracture and so forth. We have researched the fusion station, so we'll go for the crop farms next. I think I can unlock the domotic... I don't know... What triggers tech level 3? I really want this one.
An accident has occurred in the Tiqqun.
Uh-huh. Ah, they're on extra hours. Ah, that's not good. Do we have people in the infirmary? Yeah, we do. I need to turn things off here. Okay, turning the steel mill off. I don't want more accidents to occur, and the people who are in the infirmary are taken out of the worker pool while they are recovering, so... To open up the sector we need 80. 2. We also need 40 workers. That's going to be the main hurdle. 273. I want to have 60 workers to spare before I actually open up that new sector. So we are going to have to wait. Oh god, yeah, that's the problem with running on fast speed. I completely forgot about the probes. Yep, that looks like a good spot. 2 crew members died in that accident. Ugh. That's not good. I don't have enough workers here now, so I'm going to have to... 125 plus 7 is 132. So I actually need to transfer 10 more people over here then.
A probe has completed its scan.
Good. And the next one is already ready. That looks like a good spot. Although I need to make sure that these guys are actually prioritizing iron currently.
Population transfer complete.
Yeah, we still need to wait for the people in the infirmary to heal. Another accident. 4 injuries. We have a lot of polymer now.
Has completed its scan.
Let's go out and launch another probe. And let's also build another solar panel. That looks like a very good spot. And solar panels. Yeah. Let's build this one. I really need to get up electronics. The workers is my primary issue there. I don't have enough workers because the electronics factory also takes 30 workers. And I don't really want to feel that I have to choose between alloys and electronics. Maybe we'll postpone that sector, to be honest. As it so happens, I have exactly 30 workers to spare in this sector. We've lost a total of 8 crew. I didn't know that stat was there. $271, okay. Crop farms has been unlocked. I wonder if I need the colonization training center. Because I definitely have that unlocked on my other save. We have a science ship here. I think I'm going to add another science ship. That'll take 5 workers out of the station. Just so that's mentioned. We're at 268 workers, so that means that we have unthawed another worker in here. That's good. 269, good. Because we took 5 away. And what are you? Oh. Yeah, because the vehicles from this stockpile is busy transferring the polymer to the dock. Probe is done. Send out another one. There be silicon around here somewhere. There, apparently. I can't get other things at the same time. Oh well. Disable the hull repairs again. Although that is disabled since we are currently building a solar panel, but still. Yeah, I see. I mean, 19 minutes into the episode and not much has happened whatsoever. You guys will have to forgive me for the fact that things will be a bit less action-oriented here. Things will move a bit slower, and it's not because I don't have anything to do, it's because I need to wait for things, like the cryonic center to thaw more workers, and while I could pause the game while that happens, or rather pause the recording while we're waiting, I am going to be doing things during that period. And while those things might not be the most important ones, I kind of think that people might want to see what I'm doing and why, the reasoning behind and so forth. So I think I'll just leave the game, or rather the game recording running, even though not much is happening currently. Are you guys out of the infirmary yet? No. Okay, what we'll do then is that we'll send these cryopods to that stockpile there, so we can transport them over there, because this one is nearly empty now. Also blocking this docking bay here when that thing is working. Let's send out another probe. Oh, that is a nice iron deposit.
A probe has completed its scan.
And the science ship is done. So what we'll do with that one is that we'll just send it around to the planets to pick up the science. I don't particularly want to do the missions because I think the science vessel crew gain experience based on doing the events, and I'd rather have one science ship do the events. But there is ample science lying around here. While we're doing that, we can then research the colonization training center, even though we don't have the 60 science necessary. We will have it by the time the technology is done. Okay, now population resource management. Chronic pods enable to max. Sector 2 chronic pods 0. That way we'll export them when there is room in the stockpiles here, which will be soon. Let's take the non-workers.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Can I ask 30 even though we only have 27? No. Well, I can't type the number in manually. 27. 28 now. Collecting science, good. What is Maxwell doing? You're standing by at Plymouth.
Caution. Hull integrity below 50%.
Let's go to Fargo 39 and let's also enable our
Administrator,
EVA.
a new request awaits your attention.
Oh dear. Oh!
Probe has completed its scan.
Administrator, the integrity of the hull fell below 75%. Current damage exceeds the tolerance levels set by knee-high structural theory. It would be wise to commission repairs so as to prevent future mission failure. We shall pledge to restore the hull to 75% within 30 cycles. Easy.
Population transfer complete.
We have a probe that's ready to be sent out. Let's find that point of interest. Wait, there is silicon and iron here. Let's go get that first then. There's a lot of things that I want to do that I can't currently do.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Pause. Oh no 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 no! Oh, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. That was a big mistake. We are at Fargo 39. Yeah. I'm going to just leave this here because we need exoskeletons before we do this one. I should have read my little guide first. I have a guide for myself on this. And I started the event, so I can't move the science ship away because it's currently investigating the event. Ah, well. It'll be fine. We're almost done researching anyways, so we can research the exoskeletons right after that. We can build crop farms, and we can also build fusion stations to get water, but for now I'm going to not do that. Gee, these guys take a long time to heal. We have a probe available again. Let's find the point of interest this time then. Should be here somewhere. There it is. Can I get that iron at the same time? No. I'll find some of it though. I think.
A probe has completed its scan.
And science ship, exoskeletons, close. I want you to go to Rokatansky D79. And that gave us the colonization training center. Oh, that's handy. That's very handy. Almost gotten rid of the cryopods, so that's also good. And we have another probe ready already. Let's see here. That's not that great. That's nice. We are at 284, so we have 40 workers to spare in this sector now. I'll transfer 10 of them to Sector 2. How are we on housing here? Yeah, no problem whatsoever. What did she say there? I haven't heard her say that before.
A probe has completed its scan.
Either I've completely missed that she says announcements like that, or they've added that with the patch. This one is almost full. Although I don't want anything except for our...
An accident has occurred in the Tiqqun.
Of course. Now we have 13 people in the infirmary here instead.
Population transfer complete.
Well, at least nobody died. That's the most important part. The game is being evil with me today. Yep.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Very good. I really want to fire this up again, but I can't. Power off. We have... Actually, we can. Finally. And then we have to wait for all these guys to... Well, some of them actually are out of it again. Go to Deville 59. How am I balancing the alloys? Yeah, I think I'm going to increase this to 120. There should be more points of interest in here, I think. There is one there, but if I send a ship there, it's very likely to get killed by the storm. I think I had to send like 5 or 6 probes in my other game to get to that point of interest. I'm going to have to do it eventually, but let's find as many resource nodes as possible before we go ahead and do that. Research is done. Very good. Can I now research the upgrades? No, it still says it requires technology tier 3. Well, I do want the DLS centers. Let's research that. And now I think we can go and resolve the event at Fargo. Option unlocked by exoskeletons. Okay, let me read this now. Probe scans have picked up an emergency message broadcasting on a Dolos frequency. However, the transmission protocol is different to the one used by the Tiqqun and its auxiliary craft. A window of opportunity appears to be opening. A temporary cessation of the high winds of Fargo 39 has given us a clear zone in which to operate. Transmission from the Maxwell's team? We took advantage of the drop in wind speed to descend and land on Fargo 39. The gravity is intense and several of our measuring instruments have failed. Despite the extremely hostile environment, we are preparing to make a sortie to the signal location. The Maxwell's team will utilize all-terrain mobile exoskeletons equipped with geolocation tools to ensure safe passage to the origin of the signal. Any of the other ones of these will give you bad results. If you send a small team, 1 crew member will die. If you send all crew, you'll end up with crew member dying. And if you send an experienced scout, that scout will die. So this one is the only one that's safe here. And I'm sorry if I'm spoiling this, but yes, obviously I'm spoiling this. Let's just deploy the entire crew in reinforced exoskeletons.
Probe has completed its scan.
How are we for workers in this sector now? We're actually good. I want to construct this stockpile here, but do I want it there or do I want it there? I think I want it there. Yep. Cancel that part. We need more room for food here. We are actually producing too little food currently. So we'll build another of the insect farms. Did I upgrade the insect farm technologies? only one of them.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Not sure it's necessary for us to research both of those, actually. And the reasoning behind that is we're going to move our food production into farms and mess hall. No, farms and mess halls. Farms and fusion stations. But I want a third sector before I do that, and I want that to be this sector here.
An accident has occurred in the Tiqqun.
Of course it has. I thought they had patched that away, or at least lessened it, but no such luck, it would seem. That is a lot of carbon there. Should have ample stuff. Yo, this is nice. Especially the silicon. We are going to burn through that like crazy. Trust you me. We need to move our science ship from Deville to Tatra. We're even full up on iron now.
A probe has completed its scan.
I should probably turn off hull repair. Well, something that we've definitely been able to do in this episode is do a lot of research. That's good. That's something that we absolutely need. So we've also found a lot of resource points. And that's fairly close to the Tiqqun, so we have also managed to use a lot of our excess carbon. So I'm not that dissatisfied with what we've been able to achieve in the episode. Don't worry, I'm not ending just yet. We have at least 8 more minutes.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Let's see, Fargo 39. We have arrived at the source of signal transmission. We found a cargo ship of an unknown class that bears a resemblance to those we use on the Tiqqun. It is embedded within the rock face below a large promontory. Promontory? The high winds are making its balance unstable. What we'll do here is recover the data from the cargo ship and attempt EKP repair for cargo recovery. The team will attempt to repair the EKP engine and utilize the cargo ship's autopilot system to launch it into orbit. Success would allow the ship's cargo to be recovered. So I believe that's what we shall do indeed. Yes, that's what we shall do. It'll take 5 cycles. Let's try to finish that event within this episode.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Good. Almost done with this.
A probe has completed its scan.
So we finished the research of the DLS center. I'm just going to have to check, can I now? No, it still says we need... Wait. It says 2 things actually. It also says we need... Now this one only says tier 3. I'm not sure. I was sure I could research those things when I had these two and... How weird. Might be that my other save is from the patch that I was on when I started the other save, which was before the actual launch, and that they rebalanced something. I'm not sure. But we also want to research the deep dive apparatus, because that's going to be fairly important for another planet in this system. There is a lot of iron there, and also some ice. We have recovered all the science there, so let's go to Mac R. How are we doing for workers in this sector now? Now we're talking. Yeah, we actually might be able to... no, because I need 30 workers in this sector. Gosh darn it.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Do I? Actually, I don't. I can take the workers and alternate them between those two buildings.
Has completed its scan.
Yes, stop. Factories, electronics factory. I'll build that there for now. We'll just hook up the road there.
Caution. Hull integrity below 50%.
Enable hull repairs again. And the science ship is done, so we'll send that down to Valiant 71, and we're almost done with this event. This, by the way, is some kind of ice field, and I think that if we move the Tiqqun into this field, we will start taking damage. Whereas this, the weird thing is that it doesn't damage the smaller ships. As far as I know, at least. They don't seem to need...
The science ship team has completed a task.
They don't seem to need servicing or maintenance on board the Tiqqun more often. But I think that I remember that when I moved to Mac R or something, I got some serious messages about everything's bad, everything's bad. But yeah, let's resolve the science event here. We have returned to the Maxwell. Recovered data has been secured and analyzed. As for the cargo ship, she almost broke up leaving the planet's atmosphere, but seems to have held up okay. We get 40 cryopods, nice, and 30 science. And now we can collect that science. Did that actually give us a free cargo ship? I don't think so. We will figure that out eventually, though. Now I can build the DLS centers as well. That's good. That's I'll get back to it, but basically it's for specializing the sector. And use propaganda, of course. We all love a little bit of propaganda, don't we? Just like in Frostpunk.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
The voice actors in this game are very pleasant, but I'll have to admit that Eden is particularly soothing to listen to. Let's go to Parenti 85 next. And as for the light bulb, back to the Tiqqun. may be wondering why I left some spaces there, but the thing is, we do have room for 1, 2, 3, 4 batteries here, or 2 houses, so that's the reason. It's not good space utilization. I am highly and acutely aware of this, but I kind of need it to be like that for the time being. Now we also need silicon to be taken over to this sector. That one is not the best and most convenient location for it, to be honest. Let me just check something. If I pause the game and I go to population... No, it's space. That leaves 8. Of course it has to leave 8. That is very inconvenient. Couldn't it have left 9? Right. Well, it doesn't, so I'll just have to deal with it. And find some other way to manage this. I think what I want to do is as follows. I want to build a stockpile over... Actually, this one doesn't do anything. Silicon. Power on. We have enough workers. Resource management. Silicon. Sector 2. Enable. Maximum. Sector 1. Enable. Minimum. Yes. Oh. Power this one on as well. But I think we'll have to wrap up here because I don't want this to go on for too long. It's already long enough as it is. So, even though this might not have been the most content-rich episode in terms of what's been going on in the previous episode, I still hope that you enjoyed the episode. And if you have any questions and or comments, then please do feel free to leave those down in the comment section. And of course, if not, then a little emoji just to help out with the YouTube algorithm would also be very welcome. I shall see you all in the next episode, I hope. This one didn't turn you all off now. But yeah, no, I don't think so.